Imagine turning a few dollars into a $150 billion empire. No tech startup, no crypto hype, no flashy lifestyle, yet this one man moves global stock market, influences banks, energy, insurance, railroads, oil, and consumer brands, touches almost every American life, without holding any political office. Who profits when markets crash? Who do governments trust during financial disasters? Who became the world's richest, without hype? Holds cash larger than many countries' reserves, and governments consult him during crises. His name is Warren Buffett, and the world calls him the Oracle of Omaha. In this video, we'll reveal how he became a billionaire, when he became the world's #1 richest person, his companies, investments, and their value, his profits, losses, income per year, his global power, influence over governments, and control over the US economy, and the rules, strategies, and quotes that shaped his empire. Watch till the end. These facts will change how you see money forever. And this is not just a success story. This is a power story.
This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The content is based on theories and not verified facts.
Warren Edward Buffett was born in 1930, Omaha, Nebraska, far from Wall Street. During the Great Depression, while the world feared money, Buffett studied it. As a child, he sold chewing gum, sold Coca-Cola bottles, sold magazines door to door. At 11, he bought his first stock. At 14, he bought farmland. By 20, he was thinking in decades, not days. Buffett once said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." From a young age, he showed an obsession with numbers and business. From the beginning, he understood. Even as a child, Buffett understood one truth: money rewards patience, not luck, not intelligence. As Buffett once said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." But it wasn't all easy. His first business ventures failed, teaching him valuable lessons about understanding what you invest in. Question: what small investment could you make today that changes your life decades later? Buffett studied business and economics at the University of Nebraska, Columbia Business School, learning directly from Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. His first major winning investment, Citi Service preferred stock. Buffett said, "Price is what you pay, value is what you get." This philosophy guided him for over 60 years. In 1956, he started Buffett Partnership Ltd. Total capital, $105,000. Buffett's own money, $100. Average annual return, 1956 to 1969 29%, S&P 500, 7%. By 1962 millionaire. By 1969 partnership value $100 million. Few know this, Buffett made most of his first fortune before Berkshire Hathaway even existed. By 20, he was already thinking in decades, not years. Age $31 million. Age 50 $300 million. Age 54 $1 billion. Age 63 billion. Age 70 $30 billion. Age 90 plus $150 billion. 99% of his wealth was made after age 50. Lesson: patience beats speed. Have you ever thought that your first $100 investment could one day become millions? In 1956, Buffett launched Buffett Partnership Ltd. with total capital of $105,000, of which he invested only $100 of his own money. From 1956 to 1969, he achieved average annual returns of 29%, while the S&P 500 barely returned 7%. By 1962, he was already a millionaire, and by 1969, his partnership was worth $100 million, all before Berkshire Hathaway even entered the picture. In 1965, Buffett took control of a failing textile company, Berkshire Hathaway. Instead of trying to save the textiles, he transformed it into a permanent holding company, giving him unlimited reinvestment power, permanent capital, control over dozens of industries without daily management. Our favorite holding period is forever. Warren Buffett, *. Fact: Buffett is considered one of the most influential investors globally. Some say he can move markets with just a few statements or investment moves. Buffett took over Berkshire Hathaway in 1965. Instead of fixing textiles, he killed them, and turned Berkshire into a capital compounding weapon. 100% owned subsidiaries, real control. Insurance, Cash Engine, Geico, General Re, Berkshire Reinsurance. Insurance float, $160 to $170 billion. Buffett. Insurance float is the best money you'll ever get. Infrastructure and transport. BNSF Railway, bought 100% in 2010 for $44 billion. Annual revenue, $23.25 billion. Annual profit, $6.7 billion. Energy and utilities. Berkshire Hathaway Energy, owns electric grids, gas pipelines, renewables, operates in US, UK, Canada. Estimated value, $90 to $100 billion. Profit, $4.6 billion annually. Consumer and manufacturing. Dairy Queen, See's Candies, Duracell, Fruit of the Loom, Clayton Homes, McLean Company, Precision Castparts, Aerospace. These businesses generate steady cash, even in recessions. Quote, "It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price." Fact. Buffett is considered one of the most influential investors globally. Some say he can move markets with just a few statements or investment moves. American Express, 1960s. Invested heavily after a scandal when stock crashed. Public panic, Buffett confidence. One of his best long-term decisions. See's Candies, 1972. Bought for $25 million. Generated $2+ billion in profits over time. Taught Buffett the power of brand plus pricing power. Buffett said this deal changed his investing philosophy forever. Buffett controls influence through huge minority ownership. Apple, AAPL. Shares owned, 915 million. Ownership, 5.8%. Investment value, $60, 75 billion. Dividend income, $800 million plus annually. Buffett. Apple is probably the best business I know in the world. Bank of America. Ownership, 13%. Investment value, $30, 35 billion. Dividend income, $900m/year. American Express. Ownership, 20%. Value, $45, 50 billion. Holding since 1960s. Coca-Cola. Ownership, 9.3%. Shares, 400M. Value, $26, 28 billion. Dividend income, $700 million per year. Buffett. I'm happier owning Coke than owning gold. Energy and oil. Chevron, $17, 19 billion. Occidental Petroleum. Ownership, 28%. Value, $10, 14 billion. Buffett approved to buy up to 50%. Other key investments. Moody's, $11, 12 billion. Chubb, $8, 9 billion. Kraft Heinz, $8, 11 billion, loss-making investment. HP, $5, 6 billion. Japan Trading Houses, $23 billion combined. Question: why does Buffett hold few stocks, not hundreds? Answer: conviction beats diversification. Which company in your portfolio could make you a billionaire if held for decades? Do you think one man can quietly influence the global economy? Buffett proves it's possible. Warren Buffett isn't just wealthy, he's influential. His decisions can move markets. He helped shape value investing worldwide. He influenced billions through the Giving Pledge, committing to give away nearly all his wealth. Not once, but decades of disciplined investing made him legendary. Quote: "The most important investment you can make is in yourself." Buffett doesn't need to run every company. He controls influence through huge shareholdings. Buffett isn't a politician, but he influences the systems governments depend on. Global reach. Banking stability. Insurance markets. Energy infrastructure. Transportation and consumer spending. Government impact. Consulted during the 2008 financial crisis. His investments restored market confidence. Regulators monitor Berkshire like a systemically important institution. When Buffett invests, markets calm down. He's not just an investor, he's a financial stabilizer. Cash reserves often exceeding $300 billion, ready to buy opportunities during market crashes. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Warren Buffett net worth. Current, $145 to $150 billion. Without donations, $300 billion plus. Berkshire Hathaway financials. Annual revenue, $350 to $370 billion. Operating profit, $30 to $45 billion. Cash reserves, $300 billion plus. Market cap, $900 billion, 1 trillion. Losses and mistakes. Kraft Heinz billions lost. Airlines exit during COVID. Early tech avoidance. Google, Amazon. Buffett. The most important thing is to learn from mistakes. Have you ever faced a small failure that taught you a life-changing lesson? Quote: It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. If you could invest in just one of Buffett's companies today, which would it be? Buffett influences banking stability, insurance markets, energy supply, transportation, consumer spending. Regulators monitor Berkshire like a systemically important institution. When Buffett invests, it signals economic confidence. No politic, no speeches, just capital, deployed at the right time. BNSF Railway, bought fully in 2010, $44b. Revenue, $25 billion per year. Profit, $6 to $7 billion. Berkshire Hathaway Energy, owns power grids, pipelines, and renewable. Value, $90, 100b. Profit, $4 to $6 billion per year. Serves millions across the US, UK, and Canada. Fact, these assets give Buffett real-world control over essential infrastructure, making him a power player in the US economy. Donated 99% of wealth to charity. Still chairman of Berkshire at 95 years old. Buffett became the world's +1 richest person. 2008, passed Bill Gates. 2018, briefly passed Jeff Bezos. He dropped in ranking mainly because he donated $50+ billion. Without donations, he could be the richest man in history. During the 2008 financial crisis, governments listened to Buffett. When he invested in banks, markets stabilized. Controls capital flows worth hundreds of billions. Companies employing 0.4 million people. Influences banking, energy, insurance, transportation, consumer spending. Question: is Buffett just an investor, or a financial stabilizer for the global economy? Buffett has lost billions during crashes, especially 2008. But his strategy never changed: stay calm, hold cash, buy during panic. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. This is why Buffett often wins when others fail. And Warren Buffett, he's the most patient man on earth. Buffett's strategy is simple, but not easy. 1. Never lose money. 2. Never forget rule number 1. 3. Buy what you understand. 4. Think long-term, not short-term. 5. Invest in strong brands with predictable profit. 6. Live simply. Even with billions, he still lives in the same Omaha house he bought in 1958 and reads 500 pages a day to stay informed. Buffett, donated 99% of wealth to charity. Still chairman of Berkshire at 95 years old. Warren Buffett didn't chase fame, trends, or hype. He compounded wealth and power silently, patiently, relentlessly for over 70 years. He doesn't just make money, he controls the system. Could you build a $150 billion empire if you followed Buffett's principles? Like if Buffett inspired you. Comment which Buffett rule you'll follow. Subscribe for more billionaire stories and investing secrets.